So today we're going to talk about debts. Yes, I know most of us do borrow money, and sometimes we do borrow lots and lots of money, and we don't know the difference between good debt and bad debt. And sometimes we borrow money for reasons that are not reasonable enough for us to borrow that money. I'll be talking about good debt and bad debt. And today you are going to understand and know how and why you should borrow money and why you should not borrow money. So borrowing money is something that every one of us do out there. Yes, it is very essential and very important that we need to borrow money to do one thing or the other, to solve a problem or to solve an issue that is very pertinent. But we need to understand that if we are borrowing money, we should be able to classify it if it is a good debt or a bad debt. Very simple. Bad debt is when you borrow money to use it for something that will not bring you any income or any profit or any gain or any cash flow at the end of the day. So bad debt is when you borrow money to use it for something that will not bring you any income or any profit or any gain at all at the end of the day. For example, if you borrow money to do a wedding ceremony, that's bad debt. You borrow money to build a house, that's bad debt. Yes, most of you might shout on me on this. If you borrow money to build a house that you want to live in, that you are not going to use that house for rentage or to bring you income, that's bad debt. The reason is simple. It's because that house will be taking out bills from your pocket. You'll be maintaining the house at the end of the year or at the end of 2 years or whatever. It will keep taking money away from your pocket. So it's a liability. A liability is anything that takes money away from your pocket. So borrowing money to build a house is a bad debt. You borrow money to go party, that's bad debt. You borrow money to buy dresses, to buy shoes, to buy clothes, to buy things, jewelries, that's bad debt. You borrow money to enjoy yourself with family and friends, just to go out for vacation and enjoy yourself, that's bad debt. Yes, because at the end of the day, it's not bringing you any profit or any gain at all. It's bad debt. So those are very simple examples of bad debt. Now let's look at good debt. So good debt is when you borrow money to use it for anything that will bring you profit, cash flow, or gain at the end of the day. Let me take that again. So good debt is when you borrow money to use it for anything that will bring you profit, capital gains, or cash flow at the end of the day. For example, you borrow money to buy an asset or to invest in a business, or to invest or buy shares in a company. So that's good debt. So an asset is anything that puts money into your pocket. So very simple, you can go to the bank to borrow money to start up a real estate business, to build houses and put them out for rent at the end of the day. You also borrow money to invest in a business that you want to do that will bring you profit at the end of the day. You borrow money to maybe buy shares in a company that will bring you profit or cash flow. So these are all examples of good debt. There are so many of them. So just as I mentioned earlier, if you want to put it very simple, before you borrow money, think if this money is going to bring you back returns. Avoid borrowing money if there's not going to be any financial gain at the end of the day. Rather, try as much as possible to use your own money. Yes, use your own money. It's a financial error, it's a financial mistake for you to borrow money and use it for things that will not bring any financial gain. Yes, rather use your own money rather than going to borrow to add somebody's money onto it. So be careful how you borrow money. Think twice before you borrow money. Share this video to someone.